Joining me now from Beijing is Paul Dong. He's co-founder and sports industry observer for EI Asia Limited. He's also a sports and culture commentator for CGTN. Paul, I thought they were remarkable games, a lot of amazing performances, and of course China had an amazing haul of gold medals. Give me your take on what you thought.
Yes, Mike. I think, the population of China are extremely excited about what finally, exactly where China ended for the very first time, except for Beijing 2008. China, for the first time, tied the U.S., the #1 sporting power in the world, for the number of gold medals. But I think, the next couple of days or weeks is for the country to finally have the result to sink in their life before they move on to, in terms of sports, particular sports they have passion or they are interested to follow. But for the time being, is about the big picture. Yes, how significantly the country overall, in terms of multiple sports, have been able to do overseas in an overseas edition of the Olympics. But I think gradually we will come to what we would call the LA cycle for the next 4 years, where we will focus on particular sports and make steady improvement compared to ourselves and also compared to our, potential competitors.
Steady improvement, I don't suspect that's going to be the pool. They seem to be just amazing. When it came anywhere near the pool, it seemed like they did very, very well.
Yes, but there remain a lot of uncertainties. Back in 2008, Beijing even outperformed the U.S. in terms of gold winning. But when it comes back to LA, people should readjust their expectations and try to do their best for themselves instead of, gazing at the table, medal tally table, and expecting something unrealistic. And, we understand some sports are still undecided yet if they can make to the program in LA. But I think overall, when China has a strategy of mobilizing the entire population to engage in sports rather than following their elite representatives to perform well on the international stage, there is a lot of tremendous work to do ahead to let the society take the center stage instead of following the more centralized system of training.
Paul, there's always a touching moment or an exciting victory here or there. What stands out for you as you look back on these games?
Well, as a relatively veteran follower of the Olympic sports, I have something quite different from, my fellow Chinese would raise. When we, cite an example of very memorable moment, for me, it was a silver medalist of badminton, with He Bingjiao, who, held in both her hands won the silver medal. She won in badminton, and another the pin of Team Spain to show her support and respect for her semifinal opponent from Spain, who sustained an injury and had to bow out of the competitions. And that, warmed the hearts of millions around the world. Although I'm not sure how many follow that back home here in China, but she served as an excellent ambassador for Chinese culture and our country to show the good Olympic spirit and sportsmanship to the entire world.
Yeah, very, very important point, Paul. So great to talk to you. Thanks so much. We'll be watching in LA in just a few years. It'll be just around the corner. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Mike, for having me.